I was captivated by dopamine and inspired to try new things with my own voice because I'm not a beatboxer at all. So I did another couple videos of his, and when this came out, I was like, oh, we got to check this out. I feel like I could relate to things even better now that I've had a bit of experience practicing some of this stuff on a basic level. Okay, let's see what he got.
Killing in the moment like an Aventador. If I turn into a record, I'll be begging for more. Step me harder, coming deeper, accelerate the lore. Turn the pain into beast, I'm an Aventador. On the moment, I'm an Aventador. If I'm walking through the pressure, I don't think anymore. Make me bleed. I just wake up the lore. Turn the pain into power of it. I'm in the moment, I'm an Aventador. Into the fire, I feel the more. Make it all like I just started the law. Turn the pain into power of an Aventador. Turn the pain into power of an Aventador. Pain into power of an Aventador. Killing in the moment like an Aventador.
Okay, before we launch into things here, I want to talk even just a little bit about his whisper and how he develops this sound. I don't think unless you're really listening for it, you'd even notice.
The Lord, the pain into power of it. I'm in the moment, I'm an Aventador. Into the fire, I feel the
Not only is he adding percussion there and we get the cool effects, but he's doing something different with his voice, or his whisper voice.
If I turn into a record, I'll be begging for more. Step me harder, coming deeper, accelerate.
More. There's a little bit of upper constricted resistance, right? It's not just more. It's a projected whisper. But watch what happens when he transitions into using the percussion.
The Lord, turn the pain into beast, I'm an Aventador. On the moment, I'm an Aventador. If I'm walking through the pressure, I don't think anymore. Make me bleed. I just wake up the Lord, turn the pain into power of it. I'm in the moment, I'm an Aventador. Into the fire, I feel the more.
The perceived pitch of the whisper goes up and the breath pressure becomes louder, becomes more compressed. He's compressing this whisper. More versus more. It's a real challenge to get a clean whisper that's compressed. When I compress the whisper too much, watch what happens. More. We start getting the dirt in there. Which can be cool for some things. That can lead us to some neat sounds. But his is so pure, even though he's creating more energy out of the whisper.
Make it all like I just started the law. Turn the pain into power of an Aventador. Turn the pain into power of an Aventador. Pain into power of an Aventador. Killing in the moment like
I love how they're panning it. Gives me shivers. Man, oh. Man, if you're only listening to this on your phone or something, you have got to get headphones. What's so cool though is that the effects are stereo pan and static, right? They're moving along the stereo spectrum as the direct signal goes like this. So that's a cool choice. We're not panning the effects. So he's in this space and the main vocal is moving within that space.
Can I get it? Can I go in? Step into it. Can we burn it?
So thick. And then he goes to the head voice thing there. Oh, okay. So this is actually one thing that I've been working on quite a bit since being introduced to Wing. Let me go back.
Step into it. Can we burn it?
For a while now, I've been able to use throat singing to get that, yeah. But it was really difficult, almost impossible for me to move it around. So I've been practicing creating the note structure with this technique and putting a little bit of compression in. Yeah, extremely basic. Number one, number one, number one, number one, number
Go on, Bacana.
So anyway, I will just sit here at this mic and play with it and adjust my EQ and even put effects on it. I know you're not here to see me mess with my own voice. You're here to see what I think about this one, but this is what I think about this. It inspires me to do this stuff.
Step into it. Give me burn it.
It's just looking so that he must be activating that dual resonance with his lips there. Yes. You can see his mouth a lot better on this one than you could on Dopamine, I feel like.
Come and get it.
That's another thing that I've been really just experimenting with, and that is we can phonate, but there's ways that we can like interrupt that. I mean, certainly with a constriction in the throat, right? But we can also and we can use these simultaneously, right? Which is totally what he's doing. And then and just realizing when you interrupt the air slightly using one mechanism, what it does when you combine it with another one, so interesting to feel out. If you'd like help feeling new things out with your voice, so that, yeah, you may not be a professional beatboxer, but you might discover some neat things that you can use in your genre, click the link below in the pinned comment or video description and join my free course. I'll help you pull new things from people you're inspired by into your own voice and do things you never thought possible. Such a gap. Na, 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 na. That's a fifth. It's really hard when I'm practicing this for me to go any more than about a minor third. He's got it so dialed in. And that's the thing about listening to this stuff is it's so refined, so practiced, and so dialed in that you think it's otherworldly. You think it's alien. It's not. And that's something that I have become more and more in touch with as I've been practicing. Yeah, it's hard, and I got a long way to go to even get a tenth of what he's doing. But it's fun to have a little bit of that approachability. Dense, like complex snare sound there. And that's the other thing is that interrupting the airflow and having that consistency afterward, man, that is difficult.
Interview, no more Aventador.
What is that? I realize that there's a head voice engagement there, but the way that he's shaping with his mouth over that one instant brings out harmonics and then the percussion, the onset of that, how it does not sound human. It really doesn't. It sounds like a pluck or like a harp pluck or a piano hit, sort of. He did something similar on the Wing versus Improver thing where he's using some sort of mouth filter and an onset that just makes you feel like it's had to be added electronically. Bit less alien in this one, though, than it was with that one. His sense of pitch is absolutely nuts, too. Gotta hear the ending. Nuts! Nuts! I haven't checked out Phenomenon yet. Thanks for watching, getting nerdy with me, and maybe even trying a few things with your own voice as I stumble through things. It's what I love to do. I love to teach people, and I love to learn myself how I can get more out of this voice. Again, if you'd like help doing that, click that link below in the pinned comment or video description. And here are some other videos I've done on Wing.